We are on Superfly.
We're on
If anyone's still
Superfly.
listening, is anyone still listening? We should
hope
just
you had
show
a
all that
Superfly.
beginning because that's more interesting. How you're too loud, you're too soft, I can't hear you. What's going on? That stuff's more
Absolutely.
interesting. BTS.
Yes. People
No one wants
love
our
that.
polished show.
And thank you. I shouldn't say this, for sticking to the script about the pre-planned technical difficulties. Your acting was terrific. If this acting is in the Busboy movie,
Oh, to the moon.
Oh, I smell an Oscar nomination.
Shum. Well, I will say, welcome to Superfly. There's lots to go over. This is a big show, Dana. That's lie one. But no, it is a good show. I will say, I was going through the YouTube comments. Some people, now they know we go through, so they get a little spicy in there.
Oh, they
Most people
rile you up.
No, they rile me up when they go like this. They don't like some story, some angle we took, and they go, "Stay in your lane, boys." I don't give a fuck. What? Stay in your lane on the free show you're getting? They go, "Just stick to more jokes, and I'll keep peeping it." I go, "Your free show isn't going the way you want. Are you okay? How about we do whatever we want?"
I know, and
How about that?
Does not sound like the real Jerry Seinfeld. It does not. I believe that's someone using the name, spelling it with 2 Y's or something. Jerry.
You think that's Jerry commenting?
I don't think it is, but I see sometimes I'll see comments and it's Jerry Seinfeld or Tim Dillon or it's and I go, hey, these are fake outs. Jerry's not.
They're fake.
Stay in your lane. It's not going to happen. Stay in your lane.
No, I will say sometimes if you get crabby on the comments, don't cry too hard because you get tears in your iPhone. You have to put it in rice.
Sorry. You have to put it in rice and then you punch somebody because you're so frustrated. Then you have to put that in the rice. You need 2 bowls of rice.
God, talk about frustrated, Dana. I'll tell you one quick story that will bore the shit out of you.
Okay, then I've got 5 bits right after okay. Loaded. I'm staying in my lane.
If you can get through this bitless story, I'm just saying, sometimes I go on the Daily Mail, which is also, my friend refers to as the Daily Nailed, because they always just bust people doing stuff.
Oh, totally.
It is funny. Daily Mail is, lighthearted garbage. I mean, it's really nothing.
It's a ruthless robot-driven algorithm, and they will do the most kind of. You've got to click on it, and then they ask for your email. They have this little thing that says M on a thing, and then you have to start getting involved with the algorithms. Like,
no. Let me tell you something.
You have to know about women sexually. Okay, you got me. Boom.
Yeah. Listen, you just want to click on some cute little story about Meghan Markle, like tripping on a fire hydrant. You're like, I got some free time. I'll click on that. Sure. But they're all like, this person puts on a leggy display,
right,
those kind of things. This busty blonde
cheeky display.
Cheeky display. I think it's from Europe, whatever.
Her pert bottom.
Right. So a bunch of culmination of dumb stories. That's fair. I'm sure they would say it the same way.
I think that's fair. I think you're in your lane so far. You're in your lane.
Stay in your lane, Spade. Don't you go after Daily Mail. I'm not. I watch this garbage. And believe me, I take the time to click the X's because there's 500 ads on the side. They pop in your face. They click. They block something. I'm just trying to dodge bullets so I can hear, one crummy story. So anyway, now they say every third story is like, this is Daily Mail Plus. I'm sorry, what's that? You can't read it unless you give us $1.99.
That's what I was talking about. You put it better. Yeah.
You jumped ahead.
Yeah. God, I jumped all over your bit. So what's the funny part?
There's no real bit. It's just saying like, I don't have an extra $1.99 to give it. I like free garbage. I don't want to pay for it.
Look,
here's
the thing. You go on that thing. It's what they call a guilty pleasure. I don't know who thought of that. Why you'd be guilty. Sure. The reason you look at TMZ and these sites is because once in a while, because they don't give a shit, they got a team of lawyers. Daily Mail has 10 million reporters around the world, just regular people. Here's $500. And once in a while, they get it right. and they jump regular media. And that's why you
Once in a while.
Once in a while, they said
once
2
in a
weeks
blue
ago,
moon.
Trump's going to do tariffs and crash the global economy. So I clicked on it. They predicted it.
Right. I will say that it's like Dumois. There's ones that Dumois did the smart thing where they go, hey, everyone's a personal paparazzi. So rat out everyone you see at all times, and there will be nowhere to hide in the world. So that worked because then people do that. But then they run into some legalities. But, overall, it's same thing. So Daily Mail, I'm here to protest the $1.99. There's so many ads and so many things in there. You're making a killing. You're making it so hard to read and watch already. Mm-hmm. And now every third story about, Prince Harry, yesterday he might have been wearing a bucket hat. Did he buy it or not? Click here. And I'm like, all right. And then it's like, don't try. No. Don't try to get the free story.
I'm not going to click on bucket hat. Would I want to click on it? Am I fascinated by what that guy gets on that ginger cranium? Yes. But am I going to click on it? Let me tell you this. The entire thing is written by AI robots, i.e. algorithms. So they had a meeting. Mm-hmm. You can do one of the voices. I'll do one of the AI voices. How much should we charge for Daily Mail Plus? 99 cents?
$1.99. Is not as offensive. People might be able to scrape it together, even though just the idea of it makes me physically ill.
I do. I have what you call a release bucket next to me when I'm watching Daily Mail in case I get one on deck. What did Wayne's World say? What would Wayne say? If you hurl, then I'm going to spew.
If you spew, I'll get my puke bucket.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, human beings were ready for the wheel. They were ready for fire. Yeah. They were ready for the printing press. They were ready for electricity. They were ready maybe even for nuclear power. But are they ready for robot-driven AIs brainwashing us into rage and anger? Because if it outrages, it's contagious, and I'm staying in my lane.
Well, I'm glad you're reminding yourself to stay in your lane. But
I think that's the name of a podcast, the most boring podcast.
We stay in our lane.
Hi, we're staying in our lane. Hi, it was sunny today.
What is our lane? They're like, just do your dopey jokes. I'm like,
well, I know that we seem as if it's entertaining enough that we have a script that we're reading from on the computer. But believe it or not, right now as much as we know about what we're going to say next.
We have no idea.
We have no idea. But
You want robots? You want comedy? Hire robots.
I'm going to do.
You want boring?
Yeah. Then you want boring.
That's us.
That's us. Stay in our
right.
All right. So I get comments on my, do rednecky. So I wrote 2 10 minutes ago. They're not very good, but they're rednecky, the redneck comedian. And
he's been gone for a while, rednecky.
Yeah, he's still around. And these are not my best jokes, but at least I'm doing them. And
sure.
He's a comedian, and his jokes maybe aren't the best jokes. Okay, here we go. Let's try one. Yeah. I'm going to see if I can get a smile out of David. Not too much pressure. I'm rednecky, the redneck comedian. My mama said, Red, only bleach will get the skid marks out of your underpants. I said, do what you got to do, Mom, because I need my tighty whities before the Sadie Hawkins dance come and get some.
Let's go to the judges, Heather. What do you think? Does she know what Sadie Hawkins is? Oh, she does. Okay.
It just felt funny. It just makes no sense.
It sounds funny. Yeah, I like it.
My daddy said, help me change this tire, Red. I said, why? You've got 4 flats. He said, Red, that power of observation of yours is going to take you far in life. Come and get some.
So he asked the girl to the dance, and then he thinks his underpants will come off? We're going back one.
We're going back. Because, okay, I'll read it slowly like a professor. Okay.
Let's break it down like we're at a class.
My mama said, Red, that's her nickname for her son, only bleach will get the skid marks out of your underpants. That's the setup.
I got that part.
I said, do what you got to do, Mama. It should be Mama. But I need my tighty whities back in time for the Sadie Hawkins dance. Come and get some.
Okay, tidy whities is a funny term for little underpants.
I said underpants first, skid
That's
marks,
funny.
and then tidy whities.
Skitter marks is funny. And
okay, do an assist. I need a better payoff. I need my tidy whities back for Sadie Hawkins is just not doing it.
In case I get in a car crash.
I need my tidy whities back in case I shit my pants.
Yeah, because in a car crash, they say a lot of people shit their pants, so wear clean underpants.
Mama, I do not want to take a dump in my tidy whities if they got skid marks on them. I need fresh tracks.
That might be a little lengthy, but yeah.
I'm getting a smile.
We're getting there. No, I like it. I like the breakdown behind the scenes of Red Rednecky.
So Daddy says, help me change the tire. I said, why? You've got 4 flats. And the dad, well, damn, Red, it's that power of observation is going to help you go far. Yeah. So that's that.
Well, first of all, it's good he's talking to both parents. There's a lot of communication.
Yeah.
And so the dad is teaching him life lessons. And that's good. He notices 4 flats.
Yeah, and I can't beat my classics. Like, what's for dinner, Daddy? I said, Daddy, what's for dinner? He said, shit on a shingle. I said, this day just keeps getting better and better. Come and get some. They should be
That's one of the best ones.
That's one of the greatest jokes
of all time.
The best one was the first one, and it's a little outside the lane, but he said, I'm Red Necky, the redneck comedian. I met my sister. Only because Mama turned me down. Come and get some.
I married my sister. Yeah, I agree. That one is top 10. That's top 5.
All right.
I know. It's exhausting.
I was in Sun Valley. I did a couple, Carson, getting pulled over.
When you said
last
week you said you were in Ketchum, and I didn't know if everyone knew that Ketchum was probably a beautiful city in Idaho.
It's in Idaho. It's next to Sun Valley. And I'd seen the name Ketchum, but Sun Valley has, it's like Valhalla. It's all the celebrities and all the gorgeousness. Beautiful. And I assumed that Ketchum would be a shithole. But I got to Ketchum and it's gorgeous. And then I started reading up on the history of Ketchum. And it was about crooks and thieves would rob the bank in Winnemucca, Nevada, go up north into Ketchum in Sun Valley to hide out. And this one sheriff was so persnickety and so persistent, he would get a posse and chase the bad guys up into the town of Ketchum. But in that days, it was just Sun Valley. And he goes, they go, hey, sheriff, I don't think we're going to catch him. Let's go back to Winnemucca. He says, we got to catch him. You kidding? We're going to catch him if it's the last thing we do. In fact, I'm calling this part of Sun Valley Catch him.
Jeez, we're stumbling back into a Red Rednecky joke. You go to Ketchum? You got skid marks in Ketchum? So that's how Ketchum came up.
These bandits would chase and have not had a bathroom break in 400 miles. You can bet they got skid marks.
Yeah, thank you.
This
is a running theme.
All right. I can switch to Carson because Carson killed so hard in Ketchum that I
love it.
And I don't know if I've done this one on our show. Okay. I like the name. I don't think I can top this name. Well, first I'll do a warm-up one. Okay. Sorry, officer. I didn't know I was swerving. I had a triple whiskey sour at Banana Dan's.
Okay, I like Banana Dan's.
Banana Dan's, right? But this is the one that won the day in Ketchum.
Won the day.
Sorry, officer. Sorry, officer. I didn't know I was swerving. I had a double leaky giraffe at the Desperate Sponge.
I'm laughing. Heather's drifting off, but Heather, she can't hear that well. She can't hear that. Oh, you can't hear Dana at all.
She can't hear me at all. Then we got to get her a microphone.
That's tampering your jokes a little bit. She laughs at all your jokes.
But I saw I got a big smile at one of the great comedians.
I laugh at it because what was the sponge one? Desperate
Sponge.
Yeah.
I had a leaky
Those are hard
giraffe.
to come up with. You can do those wrong because there's some Desperate Sponge is funny to me.
I don't think I can top Desperate Sponge. I've got a lot of feedback on it. This is for anybody who wants to leave in the comments. We started out Slippery Monkeys at the Hook and Crook, Two Frozen Soldiers at the Windy Summit. But now We have, a double daiquiri vodka up with a twist at the Desperate Sponge. Desperate Sponge is like, damn, how do you beat it?
First of all, he's saying it like Carson is 88% of it. And then you just have to have a little funny puncher at the end. Funny name.
Yeah, because it's some way of tapping into 1970s. Carson's pulled over that the drink places and the drinks, they send Carson to AA and he says, I had a desperate sprung and I had a leaky giraffe. Do you have a drinking problem? I think you have a language problem. There's no cocktail really involved.
A lot of those places are closed now. I haven't heard of any of them. I've never been to any of those places.
The Windy Summit is still there.
Yeah, they're shutting down so many things.
But Carson went to AA and he goes, I had a two slippery monkeys NA at the Desperate Sponge.
I have a real question, a little out of my lane, but was Carson a sex addict?
Yes.
Have you heard that?
I know a lot of things. I know someone who dated Johnny Carson for a year when he was 25. When he was 55, she was 25.
He said she had a slippery nipple.
He said, look, I don't know if this is true. I don't know if he gets sued, but he liked poppers, amyl nitrate. Yeah, take some of this and you'll come like a banshee. Oh, now I gotta laugh.
Yeah, you're getting out of your lane.
I'm getting out of my lane. I'm being blue and scatological today.
Yeah.
Let's go to clean stuff.
We can go to the headlines, but what else you got?
I
you might
have
have some other
more
stories.
thing. I checked in with my good friend, the one and only Lorne Michaels. And Lorne, and I want to talk about the Goodnight incident with you in a second.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But with Lorne, as you know, he's become very interested in the Lively Baldini thing. But I just wanted to talk to him about last week's show and who's he got coming up in April. So, Lorne, how are you coming? So he texted back, I think that Lively will probably settle because I think Baldini's got the upper hand. And I texted, yeah, but who's the host coming up? Lively's team thinks that his Baldini's claims will be debunked immediately. Yeah, but I mean, in May, or you have any guesses? It's set to go to trial in March. I think it'll get nastier until it gets less nastier.
Right, but any musical guests we should know about, or any reunions?
It's a classic sexual harassment. I think the evidentiary proof is there if you want to present it in court.
He seems like he's not even answering what you're asking.
Are you going to, I know it seems like he's ignoring my text. Are you going to go to Amagansett this summer? Reynolds also has a countersuit that's going to come in, and Baldini will have to defend on both sides.
Sometimes when he texts me, he put, I'm not believing what RR is saying. I'm like, is that Ryan Reynolds? Obviously.
This is the kind of thing that if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you're like, right now, what percentage of people listening to us are right now ironing a shirt? Probably 18 to 20.
Let's see some hands.
Yeah.
Phones are lighting up.
Okay. I have a couple more. I have one last one. The Japanese guy in an earthquake.
Oh, but you just got served that on a plate last week because there was an earthquake.
But he got his building got retrofitted. He retrofitted his building. Okay. So he's a little cockier on the phone. Retrofit. No problem. So, yeah, retrofit. Not a problem.
Yeah.
Retrofit.
Okay, here it comes.
Retrofit. 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 You okay for earthquake? Retrofit.
You need both hands.
No, retrofit. 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 And scene. I can't. You know what I have to do, David?
No, the problem is you have to use two hands for that bit.
The thing that you have an arm. The next time you see me on this,
for this, I'm
gonna have an arm because I'm doing too many act outs and I don't have a hand.
It's too much.
I couldn't talk on the phone. I have retrofit, no problem. Retrofit. We stand earthquake, so.
Or you need someone. You need like Heather to come there and shake the bit, like shake the computer.
Yeah, Heather can be my sidekick, my puppeteer. All right. So the Morgan Wallen, we'll put this to bed. It's a big story this week.
Biggest story in history.
We're the final word on it because between the two of us, we've been to about 300 good nights.
Yeah.
Okay. So, first of all, let's break down the good nights. Did you enjoy the good nights? Because he just walked off.
The good nights are the part of the show where you hear the doo-doo, doo-doo.
Yeah.
Like Cheryl, whoever it was, whoever it does now.
Very
play a piano. It means we're out of show, but we've got about 45 seconds to get everyone on the stage, say goodnight. You mention the host, you thank any special guests, you thank the music, and then you thank the cast, and then they do the credits and everyone hugs or whatever they do, right?
And depending on the length of the show, the good night could be longer.
Oh yeah, good. People don't know that it expands or contracts.
If they couldn't fit in a sketch, and we've got it. Okay, we're gonna have a fucking 3-minute good night.
Yeah, exactly.
The band keeps playing. So then there's strategies where you
can die on a vine out the good nights because if it's 3 minutes and you don't know it.
Well, so here's what happened. Now he's just like, see you later. I don't know.
He walks right into the fucking camera.
Half the cast members have COVID, and he just got it. But look, good nights. If it was canceled, would you be sad? I mean, I know Lauren's a genius. You got to have it. The audience loves it.
I don't mind it, yeah.
But, the strategy of like this, if you're new, if you have a nose for the lens, your parents are watching, you want to get up front, but you don't want to look like a greedy whore. So you hang in the back and wait for your moment. What I did when I was there in the fall doing Biden, whoops.
Go ahead.
I would take a cast member, or I took Alec Baldwin, or I took a cast member, and I put my arm around him, bring him up front, and then turn them this way and that way. I did it with, Heidi or Ashley.
Just show them off.
Well, so that they don't have to be hungry to have their mom and dad.
Lens.
And then I'd ask them, but my mom and dad loved it.
What you want is the host to immediately turn around and do a beeline towards you and give you a huge hug on camera. That's the ideal situation as a cast member. But the host doesn't know what to do either. They don't know how much time they have. So they're just killing time and vamping. And then they're kind of eyeballing the monitor going, are we still going? So hug, 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 kiss, kiss, kiss. You were great.
More hugs.
I try to stay in the back row. We've talked about this. If I was light in the show, I didn't deserve. A lot of times I wouldn't go to the good nights because I wasn't in the show. So I'm like, I shouldn't be up there. So that was my personal argument with myself. And
I shouldn't really say this, but this guy is an incredibly nice guy, brilliant songwriter and performer. Shabuzi, what's his name? Shabuzi came up, and he's such a big person that he picked me up. And then he someone pulled him in a chair. He got me on my lap like I was a marionette. And
you're a puppet.
I was a puppet, and he was too far ahead of me.
Dude, Jacuzzi, when I saw him backstage,
he is great.
I thought it was Derrick Henry. He's the hugest, coolest looking stud. I wanted him to be friends with him so I could walk around
with the gentlest, nicest personality. He doesn't wear his, he looks like an NBA forward or something. Like his size of man is like, I don't know, 6'9", 260.
Yeah.
And then
I don't even know if he knew me because I walked by and he goes, "What's up, pussy?" And I go,
was he the music guest when you did Hunter Biden?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe he picked both of us up, and we were both sitting on.
Yeah, he put me in his hand like Stuart Little at the good nights.
Stuart Little was huge for me in the 4th grade. Don't hit me with Stuart Little.
Is Stuart Little the mouse or
the little
mouse
somebody would get in a little
him?
pea pod and go down a river? Jeez, it was so fucking amazing.
He made a pea pod a canoe.
Yeah.
Fucking
Stuart Little could do anything.
It's pretty inventive. And they float. Well, I guess I shouldn't.
Float and they go
I don't want to troubleshoot the Stuart Little too hard.
You were probably in 4th grade in the yellow book or the red book. You're still trying to figure out how to say C-spot run, probably.
Oh my God, I've never been so insulted.
Were you in the
You're
blue
not
book?
in your lane, dude.
Were you in the blue book?
What's blue book? Does that mean there was a series of books where you got smarter, you got different colors? Is that the thing
I felt bad because my brothers had dyslexia. So in 3rd grade, they were in the red books. There's the red, the yellow, green, and then blue. And then this secret society with the purple book.
Is that the smart people?
Super
really
IQ. I went in there and they had a huge picture of you as a 4-year-old. I'm like, black and white photo. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is that guy?
No joke. Me and the Vietnamese kid used to walk down to 4th grade reading and math when I was 2nd grade. So I don't want to over talk about that. But I will say this, to try to get some action. This was a panty dropper. We would do our times tables and you get like a sheet, 8 times 7, 56, 9 times 9, 81. You just go through them, but I was good at times tables. So you get them and they go, teacher goes, just do it as fast as you can whenever, no rush, it's not a contest. It was 100% a contest for me. The only thing I could win. So I would do it and you're just supposed to gently turn it over and wait for the class. I would finish it and go like this. And then I go, beep, ba, ba, ra, da, da. What's everybody doing this weekend? Oh, should I not talk? Is everyone not done? Oh, so I shouldn't talk? Oh, shh. Oh, people are still doing it. Oh, literally every other person is still doing it? Okay. Shh. I'll just be, teacher's like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, no, I know. I just didn't know. I thought we were all equal. I didn't know my intelligence level was through the roof like a skyrocket. So I did it. And then I'm like, can we talk yet? It was so embarrassing. The loud turnover was really my signature move.
Okay, 7 times 13. You have 1 second.
7 times 13. No, I don't. No. Dana, listen. Dana.
91.
We don't. 7 times 13 is 91?
Of course.
Well, we don't go over.
Whoops. Sometimes brainiacs come in bunches.
No, our little test we did. I wasn't ready for that, by the way. Sometimes it was only single digit. Oh. But don't quiz me now. I was smart in 4th grade. I told you I'm dumb now.
I always hated 12.
I got 3 times 3, 9.
Was 144, but I always hated 12 times 13 or 12 times 11. That fucked me up.
The 9s have a good trick because they always add up to 9. 81 it's 8 and 1.
So I was the smallest kid in my class in 3rd and 4th grade, and my best friend was Clem.
Smallest clit in your puss? What'd you say?
Sorry, it's an X-rated show. Clem Chen was my best friend, and we were both about the same height, and he was a math whiz. And
who was the other guy?
Clem Chen was his name. My buddy.
Oh, is he Chinese?
I suppose so. I don't look at race. I just look at people.
I don't see color. I don't see names. I don't see numbers. I don't see letters.
Yeah.
But he was Vietnamese. I had a Vietnamese kid named Shin Lawrence. And I just saw Shin. He came to a show. Remember, Heather? Yeah. Came backstage.
I was on a plane once and Clem Chen walked past me.
Clem Chen. Now, this sounds made up. Shin Lawrence is real.
God is my witness. It was Clem Chen. He was one of my best friends, 3rd, 4th grade, and he was definitely a really smart kid, So, and we were both tiny.
I was fucking microscopic. And when they did the class picture,
yeah,
it starts with the teensiest and goes up. It was me first, then girl. Now we start the guys and the girls mixing in together.
Talk about a Sadie Hawkins dance in junior high, and then
I'm gonna start crying.
Someone, Crimson and Clover was mine. Crimson and Clover. I get an adrenalized panic attack, and then I go up to a girl who was probably 2 feet taller than me.
Minimum. Me too.
Kathy Davenport, And then it's like Crimson and so humiliating.
Dude, listen, I can't even stand it. You get on TikTok and they're like, "Where are my short kings? Short king." I don't like short king. There, I said it. You can't add a word king and think it erases the first word. I'm like, yeah. Where's my fat queens? No, you're my plumpy princess. It's a compliment. You're a plumpy princess.
I'm still processing short kings.
Short king summer, Dana. It's coming back. Maybe it's over. Maybe it's pipsqueak winter. Well, I don't know what it is right now.
We're in the springtime right now. I'm not a little early for the summer, but I don't like it. It's offensive. Look, an 80-year-old woman who weighs 70 pounds with a revolver can destroy any human man in about 3 seconds. So this whole idea, like being 6'8" and guarding everyone with a sword, that was a big deal. Now it's all about
in the old days.
All about what's between the ears, mofo.
I try to say that to people. They don't buy it. Girls on TikTok like, I went on a date last night. He said he was 6'4". He's only 6'2", but hey, short king summer. And then he only made 400 grand, which is fine. But you know what? Everyone's not a millionaire. He's fucking scratching and scraping. So we went to dinner and I was like, oh, but he picked up the menu. I was like, he picks it up like a girl, but whatever. Anyway, these are like girls reviewing their dates on TikTok.
Well, why does this phrase exist? We haven't planned this. Okay. Funny is money. Tall is there a thing for tall is?
No, tall just rules the world. Tall, you need nothing else. Just be tall. That's it. Girls are like, the hunt is over. Actually, Marcello, our buddy from SNL. We should have actually checked in with our correspondent, Sarah Sherman, to ask about Morgan Wallen. But we're still talking about that. But Marcello had a good bit about that. I saw him at the Comedy Store. Actually did a set. We did a set about a week ago. He was funny.
Was it about being tall or short?
He does think he's not that tall, and he talks about it.
You know,
he's funny kid. He had good jokes.
Let me just a couple things. Al Pacino, like if you watch Al Pacino,
great ass.
Oh yeah, what are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go? You don't know. What do you say? The people. Oh,
I like the quiet.
Oh yeah. Oh, what you gonna do, man? What you gonna say? Well, I'm doing a little bit of Scarface, but with him. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Great ass. I'll take a flamethrower.
Remember that line? You got me.
What was that one in Son of a Woman?
I don't know where I heard it.
I'll take a flamethrower to this place.
Flamethrower to his ass.
He took it to the girl's ass. I'll take a flamethrower to your ass. Well, you're mixing it up, sir.
Our greatest movie star. Look at Godfather 1 and 2, and on and on and on and on, and in recent things that he's done, biopics and stuff. But they didn't want him. And for The Godfather, it says he's 5'5". Okay, that means he's probably 5'4". So,
which is 5'2". Go ahead.
And Marcello has this, and Marcello's not. He's fine. He's probably whatever he is.
With his hair, he's 6'1".
Yeah, no, but he's the
got
personality of Pacino. You never think about it or talk about it. Same thing with Dustin Hoffman. It's not an issue. You just
Tommy Cruise is 3'11".
If Tom Cruise and I were barefoot and looking at each other,
I don't think he's as tall as you.
No way.
No way.
But
no Dana's taller than you think.
No.
Every time I see you, I think I go, you're taller than I think.
Tell you what, posture, man, posture.
No, I also think you slump. Anyway,
I slump. But my point is, Tom Cruise, who's at this point, let's face it, a freak as far as a filmmaker.
He's getting there. He's going to be a bona fide movie star. One more hit.
He's in the freaky level of our movie stars. So anyway, all I'm saying is whatever.
I will tell you that to wrap it all up in a tidy bow, Morgan Wallen, my humble opinion was
hot take.
He just had to get out of there. Like we're explaining the Goodnights. I think he says good night and they show everybody and he waves. Then he hugs Mikey Madison and says, "Hey, great time. Take it easy. I got a boogie." And he split, I think, to go to another road gig, and he had a private jet. But I think everyone took more offense than it was. If it was a regular, some of those good nights could have cut off by them. I don't think he's trying to be.
No, the only thing he did was, but I guess, bother people or something. He Instagrammed or whatever he did. Yeah, get me to God's country, and he had a private jet there. So
where's God's country again?
I don't know. It ain't in Manhattan, apparently.
By the way, it was such a story that he has merch now, no joke, that says, "Get me to God's country."
I know.
Did you know that, Heather?
Mm-hmm.
We can pull it up if you want, but I think it's in the shape, if I have a keen eye, of the Coors logo. Old Coors.
Right.
Font. Okay.
Yeah.
But let's get to some hot fucking stories.
Let's do it. We did it.
We don't know these stories. We're going to try to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Katy Perry says she's going to put the ass in astronaut in a wild interview ahead of the Okay, Dana, I have a good question about this because I read about this. You know, that all these females are going to space, right?
Right.
And there's probably 6.
Okay.
Okay, so there's Lauren Sanchez, we know. Katy Perry, Gail King, 3, I think, astronaut. Maybe it's just all actual astronauts. So they go into space. So I'm reading the story. I've heard about the story for a couple of weeks. The training, the whatever.
Mm-hmm.
How many days do you think they're up there? My guess was 10 days.
Oh no! I mean, this is Blue Origin. This is this toy. This is more like a toy compared to SpaceX. They are up in space for maybe 3 to 4 minutes.
11 minutes. Dana, don't undercut, and you should guess really high. And then I give you the fucking news, and then you go, "Holy shit!"
I know, I blew it. Let's.
Oh rewind. My god, 3 to 4 minutes.
Rewind the.
That's
tape.
A space trip. I'm like, you could just go on the World Trade Center and stand. Bad example. You could go to the Statue of Liberty
and stand on the top.
What else is tall? And just say, I'm almost as high as they're going to be. So I thought they went to fucking the moon or something. I'm honestly so stupid. Heather, what did you think?
No idea.
No idea. Well, you're training. You're going to space. It's this big a deal. How about this is an afterthought? You go, oh, you guys, yesterday was fun. We all got to go up in that thing. We kind of buzzed around.
Right.
For 11 minutes and came back.
There's
is that what people are paying $250,000 a pop for?
You go past the thin blue line of our atmosphere, and you get into space, and then you're weightless for a little bit, and you're looking down. That's where William Shatner came off as a Billy Shatner poet. I can't believe I went into space.
Spade is shocked. I will say that. Listen, it's definitely interesting. I think it's hyped up a little more of a big deal than it might be. It's definitely cool.
I'm sure. I mean, it's blowing people's minds.
But you have to learn how to float and learn how to do this and train underwater. I thought they were doing all that stuff.
William Shatner,
not just let's take an Uber.
Yeah, so I think people can do it. I just think they're going to have to account for Lauren Sanchez, her, the weightiness of her.
Excuse me. Continue. Go ahead.
I'm not going to say it.
Inching out of your lane, hitting the double lines.
Oh, here we go. Now I'm centered.
Well,
no, I think it's an incredible thing. It's just not SpaceX. They're not going to the space.
That's what I thought they were doing. I thought they were going up the space
go around
stations.
the world in SpaceX.
Okay, how about this, Dana? What's the belt or the name? I will know if you say it. Where
Ryan's
they're saying
belt.
You can't. I've heard of Orion's belt. Is that the one where you can't get through it without burning up? And they're saying that's why maybe we didn't go to the moon.
Constellation. If you're looking up at the night sky and you see something that looks like a belt, I'm out of my lane right now.
What's Orion's belt loop then? Is that something else? That's the belt goes through it. I'm kidding, but I'm saying that there's firmament. Oh, I don't know all these words. There's something where they're saying if the people that say we didn't go to the moon say we can't get through something because you burn up, so we can only go up and come down, up and come down. We can't go all the way. Is that something? It'll be in the fucking comments. I'll tell you.
Well,
that.
it's probably besides the takeoff, coming through the atmosphere is a very hazardous time. You have to really.
It gets a little hot and humid.
A little
3,000 million degrees.
You don't want to be Colonel Sanders' wet dream, crispy.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
I like that.
Oh, thanks. I get lucky once in a while.
One more story where I absolutely have no knowledge.
In other news related to this, a Mr. Lex Luthor gave a statement saying
was he the guy in the tank?
It was mine, all mine. Yeah. A Mr. Lex Luthor of Belgradia claimed ownership.
I just ran into Rachel Brosnahan, and she is doing the new Superman movie. I hope it's not up against
Marvelous
Busboys. Yeah, she plays Lois Lane. She plays Marvelous.
She's great.
Mrs. Lois Lane.
Well, wait a minute. You're not going to go up against Superman because I don't know if the movie's going to be good.
No,
but the trailer was fantastic because he's lying down on the ice and he's really distressed. He's been hurt and he does this whistle. And then you see this thing coming at you, and it's Superdog from the cartoon. So as a baby boomer, he's got a cape on, and Superdog is going to drag him to safety. So I was already going to buy a ticket just to see Superdog.
Oh, we'll see that, but you also get Rachel and
Rachel Maddow.
I heard Superdog says, Superman goes, Superdog, he will poop on you. It's like Triumph.
Triumph, the insult, the comic insult dog.
Yeah,
is actually.
Do you think he auditioned for Superdog and didn't get it because they go, no, you're too dirty.
There is ice here for you to poop on, Superman.
Yeah, that's it.
He is actually the bad guy in the movie.
I will tell you one thing they might skip, and Rachel's great, Superman's great. I like these movies. I think I saw Superman versus,
well, I like that already.
Whoever, man. And they fight, and I don't like when they fight. And the fight scene is a half hour. The truth is, if you can't kill Superman, you have absolutely no kryptonite on you. None in sight. They just keep punching him. He smashes the building. He slides down, flies back. Why do we need a half-hour fight for two people that can't die? I mean, it's fun, but let's keep it tight.
I've seen it in the Marvel one. It's the Hulk versus Mothra or something. Neither entity can get hurt. All entity can
or
take
feel pain or die.
And recover in a tenth of a second. And it goes on for 45 minutes. And they
exactly. Thank you. You get it.
Away like,
not one Band-Aid, not one arm sling, nothing. It's just like
nothing.
And they're never like, I'm still jarred from that fight I had 2 days ago. No.
I'll tell you what, though, I assume the plot of Superman and the sensibility is top secret, but they've been trying to hatch this for decades because the original Superman with Christopher Reeves is a masterpiece. Richard Donner directed it. You had Brando. Since then, Batman went into dark reality, like Christopher Nolan made it seem like he fell down a cave. This is why he's this crazy Batman. Superman is a goody two-shoes. So where do you go with that? So I'm curious if they unlock the key to make a great Superman movie in 2025. There, I said it.
I heard that this is probably not true, but Superman does a collab with Bonnie Blue and watches her screw 1,000 guys. Is that true?
And he actually has sex with 2,000 Ned Beatty.
And he tries to beat her because she's the bad guy. He says, I could beat that sex record.
I'll tell you what, they should start on Krypton, start on the main planet like they did. And what's her name? Betty Blue should be
Bonnie
there.
Blue, yeah.
Bonnie Blue should be, and that's why they want to explode the planet because they're so outraged by her activity.
Oh, or the bad guys are super horny and they enlist Bonnie Blue and the other girl to go have sex with everybody to wear them out a little bit. Well, Superman can Superman can think for a second and figure out what to do.
And Krypton, the people of Krypton who live in a place called and also create kryptonite, but they live on the planet Krypton. They also have sex for sometimes 1 million years at a time.
Oh, whoa. Well, is
that too much?
That's too far because these girls can do it for a day and then they're like in the ER, but it's worth it. They get the clicks. But if there's some bad guys from Horn Dog City or something that come down and listen, I don't have it all mapped out yet in my head, but I'll talk to Rachel.
I'll just say it to the audience. David and I had a casual story meeting at Warner Brothers, and we pitched these ideas. We're saying them clumsily now, but we never got a call back.
We never. I think, you know what I hate? What if this plot is in Superman and we're like, they obviously stole it from us from that meeting?
Well, the one thing in the first Superman, Ned Beatty, who was in Deliverance.
Hilarious.
He played
Gene Hackman too.
And Gene Hackman. He played Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor. He played kind of the dunce comic idiot character. Well, what do you want me to do, Mr. Luthor? I want you to shut up and get out of here. So that if they could bring back that character,
And then Gene Hackman was trying to name, he was going to have an earthquake, and then California would be renamed all these cities named after Lutherville or something.
Yeah, Lutherville, Luther everything. Luther everything. Gene Hackman was great in everything ever done. And I would say Greg Kinnear, not being funny here, could play Perry White extremely well.
Greg Kinnear as Perry White. He's the boss of the Daily Planet.
Now get out of here. Now get me that.
Who is it? J.K. Dobbins?
Or J.K. Rawlings? I don't know. J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
J.K.
Simmons?
J.K.
Simmons, yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, he's
great. Matt, that might be in Spider-Man.
You got to get yours.
Jesus, we're going to turn off the comments.
Great.
People are going to just go nuts. Okay, next story. We really did a good one with that one.
That was a good one. That was good.
Seriously. Oh, I don't know if this is real. This is underneath the pyramids. We talked about the pyramids last week.
What?
Let's see if this is fake or not.
Universe are we
today, someone has
now?
finally made their way down the shafts that were found under
I like the first comment.
Clutch your pearls, girls, because now you're telling me that as of today, Dr. and archaeologist Rami, I'm not going to try to say his last name because I don't want to be disrespectful to the Egyptian culture, is the first human being to make his way to the bottom of the shafts underneath the pyramid and has reported back what he found in the chamber at the bottom. And it is mind-blowing. Now, like always, take what you will, leave what you won't. It looks a little fake. I have purposely not talked about this topic yet because I like to have my
You can jump out.
back.
I just like talking about the pyramids. I like that if the pyramid is just the top of the iceberg, the pyramid's pretty big anyway, Dana. Have you seen them?
Well, let me ask you a question, and Heather can look it up. Do they really know for a fact how that many thousand years ago they made the pyramids? Is that documentable, or they kind of have theories of moving?
You're saying the theory we all have heard our whole lives is that they built them in some crazy way where they rolled the stones or they did something
20 tons each way. Yeah, thousands of slaves, and
we can't even do it now, and we've got cranes, and like I'm way stronger than like a normal person back then. He said, "What is this you're saying?"
AI says, "Well, we don't have a definitive, complete picture of exactly how the pyramids were built. Archaeologists and historians believe combination of ramps."
Oh, combination of ramps. This is what historians believe. Even AI doesn't know.
But they can't prove it.
No, nobody knows.
Not provable. So I say it's either some supernatural leap by human beings in Egypt or alien intervention.
I think it's aliens.
I think it's alien intervention because that's way more fun. Let's get Dr. Greer on here. And
by the way, we're not that crazy when we think the aliens are real. I think people are finally like, I think they are. I mean, look at the 5 million drones that are unexplainable. You go, some are explainable, but something's going on out there.
Well,
yeah, we should get Greer. I saw another guy, Jeremy Corbell. I met him at the airport. He's like
UFO guy.
Yeah, he's a UFO YouTuber, and he said, "I said, what about Giza?" Because I just heard that day. I'm like, so we could always have him on.
What about Giza?
I'm like, fucking Giza, dude.
Well,
that's like the Super Bowl for these guys. They find out something new. They're like, holy shit.
It's all gonna come out or not. We have theories and then they're provable. Einstein, just when he was like probably 7 years old, but probably his first words, he hasn't spoken yet. Albert, would you like some milk? And his first words he ever said was, black holes are real. That was it. And from then on,
and now
we've proven that they're real. Einstein had theories of relativity, theories about gravity and space-time. Now we can prove them with our telescopes.
So are those real? Do they all? Because I like the term theory. I didn't even connect that.
They were just theories of relativity, and then it was proven. The time, space, and it was proven that if you go on a spaceship, the speed of light going to outer space, come back to Earth, you're the same age. Everyone's 150. So
E equals m squared.
We can theorize with string theory that there's more than one dimension that we're in right now. I mean, we have
there is a fifth dimension.
A fifth dimension, and they can sing harmony at a rate that no one has ever. Sorry,
I still can't believe frickin' SpaceX is only going as high as the goddamn Empire State Building with Katy Perry. It's really bothering me.
It's kind of, I got to admit, I mean, when you're sitting there about to take off, it's just a rocket full of fuel. You also know there's no pilot, there's no way out, and you're going to go straight up.
Oh, I wouldn't do it. Would I pay 250 grand? No. Could you pay me 250 grand? Also no.
What is your price? Because everyone has a price.
I like when people go, I don't have a price. And they go, $1 million. I go, okay. $1 million to shit my pants on national TV? I don't think so. I would be so scared. I'd be like, let me out. And they'd be like, 5, 4. No, let me out.
3, Too.
Let me out. I'm not joking. Stop it. I'm going to sue you guys.
But like we talked about Carol Leifer, like she said, even in 2025, if they do 3 female comics, like ladies' night out, they never go.
It's true.
With 4 men, they never go, guys are coming.
Yeah.
But now it's like,
can you believe 6 women could be in a spaceship all together? But the truth is, they don't have to do that much. But also, I think they can handle it.
Ladies with no gravity is coming to you soon.
What will they do? Katy Perry, or they both said they're going to bring their glam squad, or they want to bring some makeup up there. I think they're just saying anything to be funny, or like, what are we expected to say? Because we're killing time in a press junket about going 100 feet up in the air.
All right.
What? Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear.
I'm going to pitch this because it's about you and Theo. I'm going to make a couple calls.
Okay.
And I'm going to say it's going to be good for them. It's
off the successful buzz of Busboys of the movie.
No, the week before it's released. David Spade and Theo Von go on Blue Origin, which is a great handy little rocket. You go up in your weightless, then you open up your shirts and it says Busboys, whatever it is, July 5th.
Oh, I think back in the day when the space shuttle used to launch, that there was maybe it was Sandler for Waterboy. They were trying to get an ad on the side of it. I think. I'm not even joking.
Wow,
I think.
That's interesting.
It would have been great.
Yeah.
Because they had a lot of pull back then, and that was a big deal. Space shuttle. Space shuttles still go up or no? I don't know.
No, they bombed out. And I was on a flight with Buzz Aldrin. This is not a joke. And I talked to him a lot about being on the moon. I said, what was, all that? And he says, it's just science. He had ice in his veins, that guy, but he was a very cool astronaut. But he was upset about the space shuttle. He thought it was way too complicated. All we needed was what he called a big, dumb rocket to get stuff into space. Just a big, dumb rocket. Not this, what they have. But what Elon Musk has done, big, dumb rocket goes up, then comes down, gets caught, and can be reused. That was the revolution, But I'm from the 60s. We were in 2001. There was a Howard Johnson's hotel and restaurant on the moon. We're not even close.
When was that? Oh, in 2001?
That was 1968. And that was
in that movie?
Yeah.
Precious movie?
Civilians could go to the moon, and there's a moon hotel, moon base, and it's all cool. That I would like to
drag.
Do.
I'm not going to the moon.
Yeah,
it's not bumping.
These people.
It's dusty. You have to dust every day because there's just moon dust on everything.
Well, you're not outside much. You're just inside, unless you want to go see the monolith.
I would go for walks. I got to get my steps. I grind. Even if I take one step, that means I'm grinding. I'm trying to get my steps each day.
How many steps?
Rise and grind.
6,000?
Nope. 6,000. I love that joke.
Oh, that's good.
Whatever you say, I say nope, and then I say it.
They have a new one that keeps track of your heart rate throughout the day with the steps and your average heart rate. If it's 120, not good. If it's down in the 70s or something, very good as an average.
They have an app where you can fake the amount of steps you have. And if you're using this to get laid, this is embarrassing. You're like, what's up, gals? Just checking me apps. Somebody got 9,200 steps today. And they're like, oh. And you're like, it's really only 6,400.
Well, here...
Who needs that app?
Who does that? And by the way,
that app is not selling well.
As Biden would say, and guess what?
By the way.
No, I'm being real here. Bushmen out in Tanzania or wherever, ancient men and women, they walk less than we do. All they do is conserve energy, like lions and stuff. And then when they need it, they really need it.
Pussies,
but we have plenty of steps. All you have to do is get into a seated squat every day for an hour. Take your calls and just squat down and sit there.
That's the best thing you can do.
Best thing you can do. Hip mobility.
I heard squat against a wall, right?
Well, or if you could do it out in the world,
you just squat like a Bushman. Like that's how people sit. I think some Asian people sit like that when they rest. You sit down.
Vietnamese, because you're in the rice paddies, and so you need to make a chair out of your lower body.
But is this good for your body? You say it opens up your spine. It's good for your body.
Would it be good like we're doing it now? Probably not. But if you did it throughout your life, young people understand that mobility is a huge part. There's strength and endurance, but there's also mobility and
you got to be loose,
in the hip joint.
I'm wound so fucking tight. Yeah. All right. On that note.
On that silly note, anyway.
People don't like me preening and looking at my hair. I can't help it. I see this fluff over here.
Well, you guys do a podcast because anyone could do it. And by the way, so when you're doing it in this situation, you're seeing yourself on
staring yourself the whole goddamn time.
Here I am, just for the fans. Here I'm looking at David. Ha ha ha. Here I am checking myself out. Here I am looking up at you.
The thing is, we don't look directly into the camera because I'm looking at Dana. But if I look in the camera, I look up here, which looks more realistic. But
camera.
I can't talk to Dana without looking at him.
Camera, David, me,
Heather, Katy Perry on the moon,
Greg Holtzman, Heather, David.
Rats in my infested mansion, Gail King.
You got me on that one.
She's on
the rocket ship. All
She's
right,
on the glorified airplane.
Thing we're going to do is ask the chat room. They have room for one more woman in American society to go on Blue Origin. Let's nominate that one more woman, Meryl Streep.
And we will tell them next week who won.
I'm nominating Meryl Streep.
I'm nominating the lion that killed the people because he wasn't having it.
I would nominate Lady Gaga because on Liftoff she'd be like, whatever.
Here we go. Yeah. Too high.
Or James Taylor, ain't it good to know you're on a rocket ship? Give him a guitar.
No, they'd be mad because when they're taking off, he goes, I've seen fire. And I was like, hey, whoa. Don't sing that now. That song's about a plane crash.
Oh, please.
Do you not know that?
No, I thought it was...
Dana, wake up.
It was an addiction, Fire and Rain, you know?
No, just yesterday morning, it was his girlfriend got in a plane crash. Oh. Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone.
Jeez Louise, that's such a brilliant song. Now I can't listen to it. It's sad.
Oh, you'll bawl your head off.
But I do like nominating someone. I want some people to get creative.
The plans we had put an end to that. Yeah, whatever. Oh, yeah, if you listen to it now, and everyone will tell me I'm lying in the comments. I probably am. All right. Okay, all right. Dana, I got to run. So just wait here for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'll wrap up the show with Heather and Greg, and you have a nice cheeseburger.
All right. Oh, yeah, I'm going on tour. Where am I going? Oh, Boston.
Where are you going?
Boston? New Jersey is my next weekend.
Boston.
Okay, I'll tell you more about it later. Thank you, Dana.
Perfect.
For the people who waited. Bye. This has been a presentation of Odyssey. Superfly is executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade, Jenna Weiss-Berman of Odyssey, Heather Santoro, and Greg Holtzman. Hope you liked it. Ooh.